What's going on, guys? It's Luke here. Today we're going to go through a weekly outlook for the week coming up of July 6th to the 10th, 2026. I'm going to show you guys what I have marked out on my higher time frame charts, just some potential higher time frame scenarios I'm looking at, and then we're going to go through the news day by day. Before we get into it, guys, code LukeX, Alpha Futures, funded next, top one, best discount available. There's discounts running pretty much in everything right now. So if you guys want any accounts, go use code LukeX. And yeah, let's get right into this. So starting off in the higher time frame, we're going to work our way from the monthly down. You can see we obviously closed on the June candle right here. We closed with a massive wick, but what did we do? We opened up another monthly gap right here. You can see we had this one, and now we have this one right here. So that's something I definitely have marked out because this could be an area where we want to see price obviously rebalance into, and that's at 28,520. Going down to the weekly, you could see technically this weekly candle isn't finished yet because we did have the bank holiday and everything like that. So as you can see on the weekly, we're just pretty much in this chop. Last week, I did want to see, if you guys remember, I wanted to see this previous week's low get taken out, and I wanted to see that act as an area to either send price higher or see price displace past it and trade lower. And as you can see, if you guys remember, we just opened up and we just continued to the upside. We never even manipulated lower. So I would like to see that get manipulated lower at some point. But on the weekly, we really haven't had any true direction. In terms of draws and liquidity on the weekly, I have obviously these weekly highs, these relative equal highs up here at 30,975. This previous week's high at 30,599. I have this previous week's low at 29,273, and then this weekly low at 29,160, and then obviously this monthly gap. Going down to the daily, you can see again no true direction. You see on Monday, again, I wanted to see this get taken out and then for us to trade lower or a manipulation before higher, but obviously we just moved up. Start of the week, end of the week, we moved down, and then on Friday or end of the week, we started to push back up. So there's really no true direction going on the daily. Again, this daily candle isn't closed, so this is not a daily gap yet. So really, again, just really no true direction. You can see, obviously, if you guys have been trading, you know that the price action the last 2 weeks has not been great, and the first 2 weeks of June was really good. And if you look at it, look at the first week of June, we had, we had more fluent price action here. And then what's been happening these last 2 weeks, we've just been in a higher time frame range. If we look at the 4-hour, it's pretty much like there's really no direction. Obviously, there's been setups, but there hasn't really been that clean, like fluent price action that we're usually used to. Going over to ES, pretty much the exact same scenario here. We could see, again, we have that monthly gap opened up going down to the weekly. Same scenario at the beginning of the week. We just moved up. We never even manipulated down on ES. So I would like to see this get taken out because these no-wick candles here are usually strong draws and liquidity. But again, ES came up, start of the week. We did get a retrace into this daily gap, and then we just continued higher. So you can see right now that ES is actually kind of leading bullish, and it has these relative equal highs above. So just based on ES, I do think price eventually or initially will want to go higher, but it's really going to depend on how this week starts off. But yeah, to me, ES looks bullish. It looks like it's leading the way. We can see NQ is slightly lagging behind here. And right now we're just in one of those scenarios where we're just in a higher time frame range, and we just need to see price displace and break out, and one index kind of lead the way. So hopefully ES can lead the way for us here and push price higher. Now, if ES pushes price higher, I really want to pay attention to how it reacts off of previous week's high rate here and see if it wants to displace past previous week's high and continue to push higher towards all-time highs, or maybe we manipulate and we get a move lower, right? So one thing I'm really watching this week is ES. I want to see how ES reacts at the start of the week because, again, ES is pushing higher here. Now, ideally, or looking on the 4-hour, you can see we did slightly close through this 4-hour gap, but personally, for me, I would prefer a move lower. Reason being, we never got that true manipulation at the start of the week. Again, remember I said ES left this no-wick candle here. NQ barely manipulated down. I would personally like to see price flush through all of this lower, trade into this monthly gap, and then kind of reassess from there. That's what I would ideally like. But again, we can see that ES is very bullish right now. So ES could be leading the way. It's really going to depend on how the week starts off. So we have two scenarios pretty much. If ES continues to push price higher and continues to displace higher, we want to see price continue towards previous week's high. And again, once we get to previous week's high, this could be an area that sends price back lower. Or if we displace past previous week's high, we're probably going towards all-time highs, right? But if market opens up, maybe we get a bearish SMT, or we just, continue to, or we just start flipping bearish. we could easily see price start moving down to take out all of this right here. And then again, this can act as a condition. If we sweep this out and we get recovery to the upside, we're going to be looking for a price to trade back higher. But if we come down, we displace past this all, we're going to be looking for a price to trade into that monthly gap. And then again, this can be an area that sends price back up again. So personally for me, I would prefer to see a move lower. I think that would be more ideal. We get that true manipulation, which we never really got at the start of last week. We kind of clean up this low resistance, we tap into that monthly gap, and then we reassess from there. So again, if we start opening the week and we start displacing lower, I'm looking for continuations down to this. If we displace past that, I want continuations to that monthly gap. If we come down and we sweep, we get a reversal. This could be an area that sends price higher. But again, if we start displacing higher at the start of the week, then I'm going to be bullish because again, ES is something to watch. So the key things this week, pay close attention to ES and see what ES does. If ES continues to push higher, NQ is likely going to push higher. Okay. If we open the week and we start trading bearish, then this is what I want to see. Again, ideally, we see this get run, but we'll have to, it's really going to depend on, we have draws and liquidity both ways. So ideally, break out of this range and you know what I mean? And then we kind of go from there. So that's all I have marked out on my higher time frame, guys. There's really not much else to go to. There's no strict analysis this week because again, we're in a range. It's really going to depend again on ES and it's going to depend which way we want to displace towards. So yeah, ideally we go lower, but we will see. I'm going to go through the news day by day now really quick, and I'll talk to you guys how I'm about approaching every single day. So starting off with the beginning of the week on Monday, the 6th, we have ISM services PMI. So we don't have a no news Monday. So 10 a.m. basically what I do is I look for trades between 9:30 and 9:50. If I don't see anything by about 9:50, I just wait for 10 a.m. to play out. It doesn't really even have to do with the news. It just has to do with the 4-hour candle opening up. Wait for that. See what 10 a.m. does, the volume kicks in good, and then we trade from there. But this will be normal risk for me. Tuesday, no news, like no major news, but this will be a normal trading day for me. Nothing special going on here. Wednesday, we have FOMC meeting minutes. Now this is at 2 p.m. This is not the actual FOMC event, so keep that in mind if you didn't know that. But this will be a normal AM session for me. There's nothing to worry about with this. Going over to Thursday, unemployment claims, 8:30, just orange folder. Nothing really, again, to worry about. There's not much going on this week, like I said. And then Friday, we have no major news. So hopefully we do get a good week. I'm hoping we do, but we'll see. Again, I'm just going to see what way, if ES wants to continue to pull us higher, we're going to be looking for longs. Otherwise, if we displace lower, I want to see this all get run into this monthly gap. Ideal dream scenario, we do come down. We tap into this monthly gap and then we kind of, reassess from there. But anyway, that's it from you guys. Just be careful in this chop. Wait for something clear. Be patient and don't be forcing trades this week. Wait for those good setups. So that's it from you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Let me know what you guys think this week, what are your predictions this week, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.